Welcome to Truth Forum, a forum to discuss truth in a friendly surrounding, like we do at home at the kitchen table. I'm your host, Dr. Smith. Before I introduce my guest to you, I'd like to thank my producers, Tiffany Smith, Ronnie Hoyt, Carl English, Mike Campbell, son on Facebook Live, T2, Cameron Chanel McClinney, and Yvonne Armstrong, my co-host, Doug Jones, and again, our guest who will introduce soon, Brazill, Watkins. I will continue to lead compelling conversations that's relatable, honest. My guests will range from community leaders and professionals and real people whose stories will touch and inspire you. We will have discussions that center around relationships, amazing triumphants, compelling topics in the news, such as all the several records that this young lady has broken. If you'd like to be on the kitchen table, you may call us at 269-282-1490. Email us at kingdombuildersworldwide2@gmail.com. At this time, I'd like to introduce to you my guest all the way from Lakeview and Battle Creek, Brazill Watkins. Put your hands together for her. Well, we have had the privilege to have had a chance to interview you maybe a year ago. It was you and your mom, and I believe your grandfather. And we have continued to watch what you are doing, and many of us are just so excited for you. But before we do that, I want to bring my co-host on the show, Deacon Jones. How you doing today, sir?
Outstanding, Bishop. How are you?
I'm doing well. Yeah. Listen, we got an all-star here today, but let's talk about, what is it, Final Four or Final, what we're doing?
Right now, it's the last game of the Elite Eight.
The Elite Eight.
Right.
So let's bring in Brazill. And did you have a bracket by any chance?
No.
No bracket?
I didn't.
You busy watching yourself?
A little bit.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. DJ, what was your bracket?
My bracket is busted. If
It's
Duke,
gone?
If Duke loses today, then
Okay,
it's
so
completely...
in this Battle Creek, green and white state, you about to tell everybody you voting for, you supporting Duke?
Got no problem doing that because I'm a U of M fan. I've been a Michigan fan for a long time.
Right.
And I just ride the wave.
Okay, well, hold on. The young lady's down her head. So you're looking for Duke to beat U of M? I mean, Michigan?
Yeah.
Did y'all hear that? A-Thomas, I know you bleed green and white, man. Dandruff. Do you hear what they said, man? I know you a green and white dude.
Now, let me clarify myself,
These are
Bishop.
Battle Creek folks, too, by the way. And last year was like 45 minutes up the street. And they're like Duke.
Now, Michigan State's representing the Big Ten, but Duke is a basketball powerhouse. And as far as the bracket's concerned, I didn't have Michigan winning.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not about the love, it's about the win.
Well, let me tell you, wherever you go, I'll support that team.
Okay.
I don't care if you go to a school in Utah.
Okay.
I'm going to be a Utah fan. All right? All right, y'all. Let's just talk about our guests. So, Brazill, you were here, and make sure I'm saying your name right. I don't want to mess it up. We've been reading all kind of articles, but first of all, just tell us again who you are, your age, of course, the school you go to. A lot of this is information we already know by reading about you, but just for the sake of maybe this may be a first time we have out-of-state people that follow us and listen to us, just tell the world who you are right now.
I'm Brazill. I go to Lakeview. I'm 15 years old, and I play basketball. I was on varsity the last 2 years, and yeah.
So help me out. I want to make sure I get this right. High school is start from the 9th grade to 12th grade, correct?
Yeah.
So when you say you was on varsity, that means as a 9th grader or as a 10th grader?
As a 9th grader and a 10th grader.
So as a 9th grader, you played with the 12th graders?
Yeah, I was starting.
You were starting. Is that normal, DJ?
At her skill level, yeah, it is. Brazill, I've been watching Brazill play, reffing her game since 6th grade, Rising Stars, I think it was, 7th grade. And I've watched her career just take off. So,
well,
yeah.
since you are a more knowledgeable about this whole basketball thing, tell me how, Deacon Jones, tell me how the lady basketball program is compared to the boys or the men basketball program. Did these young ladies, before we bring in her superstar mom, did these young ladies go through an AAU or something different? And I want you to chime in too. But how do you start grooming those little girls? Let's say I got a 4-year granddaughter and she got skills like her granddad. How does that get started?
No plug in for granddad here.
How does that get started?
Well, there's different leagues and different programs for kids at a certain age. I'm not sure about. I think it maybe started 4th grade, maybe 5th grade.
Okay.
They have, and you can chime in when you need to. Rising Stars. I'm not sure exactly what age group that starts at what grade, but there are leagues for kids to start playing basketball at a very, very young age.
So, Brazill, when did you first put the basketball in your hand? Or when did somebody, who was the first to put the basketball in your hand?
I don't really remember that
You know?
because I was like a baby, like
Really?
before 1 probably.
You had a basketball in your hand before 1?
Yeah.
Okay, so who was playing basketball that you knew that was obviously your bigger people in your life, such as your mom, grandparents, dad, whoever. Who was playing basketball in your life?
My mom and my stepdad. My dad had already graduated, so I didn't really get to see him play at all.
Now I'm told that, and this is about you, but I'm told that in every article I read about how it says daughter like mother, mother, daughter. What's the connection? Was your mother a very successful player for Lakeview High School back in the day?
Yeah, she's got records
Okay.
at the high school for basketball and track. She's got the records for most points in a career and most
The
points.
career for Lakeview?
Yeah.
She has the record for basketball.
Yeah.
Oh, you aware of that, DJ? Deacon? What is that score? What is that? How much? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Are you close to getting it?
Yeah, I think I'm like top 5 on the list right now.
Of beating your mom's record?
Yeah.
But you have 2 more years left.
Uh-huh.
You might as well tell your mom who's gone. You might as well. But ain't nothing like losing your record from your own child. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, lose it to
How
somebody,
long
yeah,
has
go
that
be a
record been
kid.
established? How long has the mom had his record? When did she get out of school?
I think that would be revealing Audrey's age. I'm not sure if she wants me to
It's been that
say
long?
that. It's been a while. It's been up there for a while.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
How many years? This record been there for 17 years? Since 2002? Go ahead. So she's the one that didn't want to come on the show neither, by the way, but she is in the audience.
She was here before. At one
She
time.
yes, we know that.
Yes.
And she was on the show, and then she left in like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Then her dad came on
Right.
and took over the show.
Right.
Yeah, okay. The same person? Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So she had carried this record for 17 years, and then she's blessed to have a daughter that's about to break that record. That's amazing.
She's got another record for most points in a season, and I think she's 1 and 2, and I'm 3 on the list.
Really? So is there a Hall of Fame? Now, that's why I want you on this show, but okay, I can just ask you directly. I know how Battle Creek Central has like a Hall of Fame. Do Lakeview have a Hall of Fame?
Yes.
And you've already obviously made the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Okay. And so is that something you got inducted after you graduated, or it happens during the season?
No, after I graduated, I want to say
I get it.
10, 11 years after I
Okay.
graduated.
So what is that like to know that your mom obviously is a star and done so well? What is that like to you? A lot of times you have the father, and this is nothing against any fathers, but usually you got the daddy's records trying to break, but now you're breaking your mom's record. What is that like for you?
I don't know. I don't know, it motivates me to like want to be like not better than her in a bad way, but I still want to be better than her.
So, with that being said, there's a young lady from Battle Creek Central that is also doing very well, correct? And what grade is she in?
They're the same age, same grade.
Really? So you guys are like rivalries. When I say rivalries, I mean against schools.
Yeah.
She's at Battle Creek Central. Okay, so unfortunately, because I did not follow the season, is the season over? And I should know all this stuff. Okay.
Yeah.
And so that's why I wanted you to kind of chime in and help me out. You referee these games, Deacon?
I refereed, it was Ariana. I had one or two of her games, maybe one this year. And I think the first game Brazill played in this year, I think I had, their first game of the season. And then the other ones got canceled. But Ariana and Brazill were on the same team growing up. They had played on the same Rising Stars team.
Oh, so the program's called Rising Star. Is that a program out in Battle Creek?
Yeah, it's here. I'm not sure where it started. I don't know if it started in Gull Lake, but it's all. You get teams all over the area that play in Rising Stars.
Is that like an AAU?
No, it's more of a. It's just like a kids traveling kids team in the area.
But it's for ladies.
Yes.
They've actually been playing together since first grade.
Since the first grade. So, what's your aspiration? Are you trying to? Would you like to pursue this as a professional career, or is it something you want to do 4 years in college, pay your college fees so you can do something else? What is your? And I know things may change in the next couple of years, but what is your goal right this second? What would you like to do right this second?
Like a long-term goal, I want to make it to the WNBA.
WNBA. See, this is how outdated I am. Okay. What's the girl name for the play for the Lakers? Or not Lakers, but she could dunk. She used to dunk.
Come on, Lisa Leslie.
Yeah. Now that's how long ago. Some way outdated. Do they have anybody dunking right now?
Oh, they got a girl in high school dunking right now.
Really?
Yeah, Francesca Belibi or something like that. She just won a dunk contest.
Really?
6'1".
Oh, okay. So with that being said, you want to go. How you doing in school? What kind of grades you getting? Because you're doing a lot of basketball. When do you have time to study and all that kind of stuff?
You just gotta find time between like practices and games and stuff.
How you doing?
Right now I have all A's and B's. I think I have all A's and 2 B's right now.
So you are actually an athlete and a scholar, for real. That's a wonderful thing. What college you want to try to go to?
I want to go to Michigan, but
U of M?
yeah,
Okay.
I like UConn's basketball team though. But
Okay.
that's kind of far away.
Okay. So where did your mom go? Did she play?
Yeah,
Okay. All right. What number did your mom have in high school?
22,
What number you have?
13.
You didn't want to get the same number? Okay. So you know when, of course you know Michael Jordan, right? Okay. So Michael Jordan's son was kind of in his shadow, and he did not measure up to Michael Jordan. Had a lot of pressure. But Michael Jordan said he don't want his son to feel that kind of pressure. Did you at one time have the pressure of trying to be as good as your mom and felt that you may fail at that?
At first, I felt it last year at the beginning of the season to where I didn't want to play varsity. I wanted to go down to JV. But then me and my mom talked about it, and she said she didn't care if I only scored like 2 points a game. She just wanted me to have fun. And 2
She
points a
sounded
game turned
like
into
a
18.
wise parent just to have fun, knowing good well she wants you to win. But that was nice to say. I just want you to have fun. You better win. I got it, yeah. I get it. So and Mom, you may have to answer this if your daughter don't know the answer. Did your mom play as a freshman and senior when she was in 9th grade? So you've already doing things she hasn't done, right? So in the 9th grade, now she's kind of old, DJ, but was she in high school when it was 10th, 11th, 12th, or she was 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th?
They had freshmen in high school, yeah.
Okay, so you did not play senior as a 9th grader.
Right.
What about 10th grade?
Yes.
So you did 10th grade,
Yes.
varsity.
Right.
Gotcha. So with that being said, you have some things that you are accomplishing. Let's talk about positions. Are you a point guard, 2 guard, forward? What's your position?
I'm a mixture of a point guard and a guard.
Okay. Last time I seen you, I don't want to say you were shorter, but you seem a little taller. You grow any inches?
Like maybe half an inch.
So how tall are you according to the tape?
5'8" and a half.
5'8" and a half. Do you have a nickname?
My coach calls me Buckets.
Buckets. Is that because you put it in the buckets? DJ, what's your evaluation, man, of her game, man? I mean, tell me about the game.
Like I said, I've watched Brazill manifest from the Rising Stars kid that was, her and Ariana were just ruling the court to who she is now. And she has a very mature game. And one thing I really admire about Brazill is if an official makes a call she doesn't react to it. At least I don't notice it. But so, the question to you is, how has basketball helped you in life? Because you have to have a lot of discipline, and you have to kind of keep that temper down. But it seems like you're always cool, calm, and collected. Is that something that your mom told you to be like, or is that something you just developed as a basketball player? And how has that helped you, in life?
If somebody do something you don't like, you can't really do nothing about it. 'Cause people gonna say stuff, people gonna do stuff, but it's just best to not do nothing.
Just let it go and move on, right? Okay.
Brazill, I remember a time, and I'm glad you asked that question because you can add this to your experience. You're going to have people that's going to hate on you because of your skills. You're a nice-looking young lady. You appear to got it going on, and you're going to just have got good grades. So you're going to have some folks that's going to just be real haters, okay? I can remember, you may remember this, we were in Western, but anyway, Irving Johnson, you know Irving Johnson? You never heard of Irving Johnson?
Magic.
Don't, I know, DJ, let me test her, man. Dog. Anyway, Lansing Everett was playing against Battle Creek Central. And for the sake of me being a Bearcat guy, I don't want to call out our guy, but we heard about this guy named Irving Johnson, and we heard that he was this before they called him Magic. He was extremely good. Our guy was just as good, or we thought he was. Magic was so talented that our guy got so upset that he spit in his face. Magic, Irving Johnson, whacked it off, patted the guy on his butt, and went on down the court and just destroyed him. And now you see where he went. Everybody can't do that. Now, we're not expecting people to, turn the other cheek, but that was some character about Magic Johnson that I never forgot about. I always had to respect because the average guy would start fighting. I don't know what kind of issues women be having on the court. Do y'all do trash talking? Are you a trash talker? Because see, I'm a trash talker, but it's never personal. But and I don't want to talk about back in the day because when we sound real old, I'm fat, bald headed. I kind of look dumb talking about what I used to do, right? So I want to talk, but I would talk real crazy, but I would always try to get in my guy's head. That was my goal. I would just make you feel real mad at yourself. Are you a trash talker or you just do the buckets? What's your style?
It just depends on the type of game. Like, if we play in Battle Creek Central or Kalamazoo Central or something, I'm gonna try to get in your head. But if it's if it's like a different school, if it's gonna be a tough game, I'm gonna get in your head. Yeah. Okay. Have you seen one of her games lately? Newer games?
Earlier in the season, I did.
Okay.
She had a good game.
Yeah.
She hustles.
What's her style, DJ? If we had I'm old school. Mm-hmm. Give me an old school guy. How would you pattern her style? And those that's listening to Facebook, if you got any encouraging words you want to say to Brazill, just hit it out there. Once in a while, Deacon will look at it and maybe say something. Any good thing you want to say to Brazill, please do that. You want to say a good word of encouragement. I love you, hearts, whatever. Say something so we can see if she can answer the question or just give her some love because this video will stay out there for some time. We also got a question first, DJ, she said, and then let's see.
Okay, there's a question by Tiffany Brazill. How do you like your coach, and how do you feel about his absence this past season?
So he was gone?
He was suspended for a couple of games.
The coach got suspended?
Yes.
For what?
There was an incident that happened, and
What incident?
I'm not 100% sure.
I'm a news guy. I want to know.
I know.
I got you.
Can you tell me? Well, hold on. Let's talk to Brazill. What happened?
There was this incident. I don't really know all the details about it, but there was a lot of people that didn't really like him, so they were finding ways to try to get him kicked off the team.
He been with you since the first year?
Mm-hmm.
He been a good coach to you?
Yeah.
Good guy, worked good with you?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna be in this corner right now. Let's keep it moving. We're gonna support him.
Yep.
Because she support him. So, hey coach, I'm gonna support you because my superstar is supporting you. All right? What's his name, DJ?
Don Bustler.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back.
He's back?
Yeah.
He only was gone for the first game, and then he came back.
Oh, well, he's good. So who took his spot? Assistant coach?
JV coach.
JV coach? So go ahead. Well, since we brought this up, and then Mom, since you're here, Mom, do you think, or it doesn't really matter, and I'm not trying to be sexist at all, do you think women coaches should coach the women, or it doesn't really matter? Would you knowing the game, you going up to another level, the question I'm asking the mother you all is, do she feel that ladies should coach ladies just because of so much stuff nowadays that goes on? What do you think about, what's your feeling?
No, I don't think that,
Shouldn't matter?
that they have to necessarily.
Okay, so it shouldn't matter. Gender shouldn't be an issue. If you got the skills to coach, you should be able to coach. Okay, well, to answer that. So, to thank you, Tiffany, for that question. Let's go back to, so I forgot where I was at.
You asked me a question about her game.
Right. Where would you say her style is from the old school guy who I know of?
Well, Brazill she's a scorer, and you can't leave her open. You know,
Straight up.
Yeah, you can't leave her open. She's gonna knock it down.
That's why they call her buckets.
That's why they call her buckets, and she can get to the she can get to the rack. I mean, you know, so it's hard to compare her game to, like say an NBA, basketball player back in the day, because she has her own style. But all I know is girls have a hard time holding her back. I mean, she's averaging 18 points a game. That's even good for a guy in high school right now. But she's a scorer. I mean, I haven't seen anybody that could just shut her down. Really haven't.
So how do you feel sometimes, Brazill, when you knowing that the opposing team, I'm a coach, and we're going to play against Lakeview. 20, what's your number again?
13.
13, number 13. I'm going to say I need y'all to double team 13, get in her head, get her mad. Unless, is that still legal or that's not legal anymore? Can you double team?
Yeah.
Okay, and I just constantly going to double team you just to frustrate you. Does that happen at times?
I got double teamed mostly every game this year. Like, Coach would have pep talks with me before the game, and he would write my number on the board really big and would say, you better believe this is on the other team's board. You got to show us what you got tonight.
How does the other 4 players feel?
I mean, they know that I can score. And it's not like that he just focuses on me or anything. He talks to them and stuff too. But like, I don't know. It just all mashes together.
Okay. There was an episode years ago on Jamie Foxx where, no, not Jamie Foxx, Fresh Prince of Bel Air. And he was going to that school where Carlton went. And the coach was just playing him only, and everything was about him until the whole other players became kind of left out. Do you feel like that ever happened with you? Since you're like the star, those other 4 people are considered role players? Do you got one of those seniors that's giving you a hard time? You don't got to say yes or no, but if I was a senior and I'm finally at my 12th grade level and I got this little 10th grader that's just taking all the ink, I may have an issue with you. I may try to trip you in the hallway or something.
We were all like a family. Like,
Really?
Yeah. There was, we played at Lloyd Norks this year, and I was close to beating the record of scoring how many points I had in the game. The record was 36, and I was at like 27 or something. And coach was about to take me out, and all the seniors were like, "No, leave her in there so she can break the record."
Oh, no, that's a beautiful thing.
So I ended up breaking the record that night, and we just all hugged and was happy, jumping around.
Well, why don't you give a shout out to your all your players? If you can remember their names, give them a shout out. Give them a shout out.
Shout out to Addison, Peyton, Elise, Annalise, Anna, Carly, Bree, Jada, McKenna, Hayden, and I think that's it. And Genevieve.
That's pretty good. And I'm not here to judge names or try to judge people's race, but some of those names didn't sound African Americans.
There was only 2 other African American girls on the team.
So they're mostly Caucasians? Really? And y'all beat Backer Central?
In Kalamazoo Central.
I mean, DJ, it's okay, right?
Well, and this is nothing against the other players, because I have a cousin that's also playing on that team. Take Brazill out of that mix, and it might have been a different game.
Oh, I see.
So,
I see. Okay.
I mean,
I was close with one of the Caucasian seniors on the team. Like, I was the closest with her.
Okay.
Like, our bond is like, you couldn't break it apart.
That's a beautiful thing. That's good. So
somebody else had a question here.
Go ahead,
real quick. This is from Rochelle.
Rochelle Hatcher. Rochelle Hatcher. Rochelle, I ain't seen you in church in about a month. I know you out there campaigning, but you already won, Rochelle. You already won. I mean, can I get the councilman to show up? Just wave your hand like Michelle Obama. Go ahead, Rochelle. What's the question?
Rochelle wants to know, how do you work to perfect your game? What type of training do you do outside of the court to get as good as you are?
I work with my mom a lot. My dad taught me these ball handling things to do. Like, in the summer, I did those a lot. And then I went to a couple of tournaments and stuff. It's really all the work that you put on when you're off the court.
You and mom ever play one-on-one?
That's a great question. Our show is going to ask that, DJ.
Listen.
I was going to ask that question, DJ.
I tried to play her one-on-one, and she was like, "No, my nails go."
I was just going to say that. She probably all into the nail station. I think you get her.
I scored on her then. That's what she said.
Yeah. See, what we should do is we are now trained to take the cameras. We should go up to the gym. That's a great question, Rochelle, too, by the way. We should go up to the gym and get mom and daughter and video them for about like a YouTube for like 10 minutes and just see the magic. Why don't you go ahead and give me some names of some people in your family that say their names so I know they are. Give me your father's name, mom name, grandmama's name. Those individuals that I know have been involved, had some skills. Give their names out. Let everybody know who they are. Let's connect the dots. Bet you your granddad came on the show. He said he played with who? Who did he play with?
He tried out with the Chicago Bulls.
Chicago Bulls. So he gave us a great show. I think he may have also been with the Urban League president, I think, something like that, yeah. So his granddad always supportive, very, very much involved. But go ahead and give out some shout out to those family members.
Shout out to my real dad, Brian Watkins. My stepdad, Everett Jackson. My grandfather, James Graham. My little brother, Santana Jackson.
What about my little friend who I grew up with? I think she's your grandmama.
She was next.
All right, call her name out.
Michelle Burton, my grandma.
Now she used to talk plenty of talk.
Yeah, I used to play at the park.
She
and
she used to talk smack.
I used to play against the boys at Claude Evans.
Okay.
She came to like one of my games.
Yeah.
Because she lives in Las Vegas.
Yep.
But she was talking smack to the boys, so I started talking.
She talked smack.
And then he tried to fight me.
He tried to fight you. Yeah, that wasn't good. He shouldn't have been trying to fight you. Matter of fact, she's a hilltopper. And again, you all should come. You know, Deacon has the gym facility. You should really come to the gym and with your mom, and we would love to do like a video of you and show us some of them skills.
I'm not done with my shout outs.
Huh?
I'm not done with my
my fault. She got some more shout outs, y'all. Call her mom. I'm sorry. Do your thing.
And shout out to my mom, Audrey Jackson.
Audrey Jackson.
Because she pushed me a lot. I remember crying, not wanting to go to tournaments.
I love that mama. Way to go.
And she made me go. I was still crying on the way to the tournaments and stuff. She didn't care. And she got me, like, there's some colleges looking at me now because of that.
She cared.
Yeah.
She was building your muscles. But I know how you feel. And I also understand how she felt. And I think Mom did a great job. Let's put our hands together for the mama too. Great job. And you carry yourself very well. And I'm just so excited. I may have made a promise last time. I didn't fulfill my promise, but I got to show up for one of these games. But ladies' season is during when? What season?
Starts, I think, in November.
So
End
you
of
start
November.
back in November? Do you do anything else in the summertime? Like right now, what do you do are you doing track like your mom did?
Yeah.
Okay. What you doing track?
I do the 100 hurdles, the 300 hurdles, and high jump.
Mom.
Well, yeah, I was ranked 8th in the state for
In the
high
what?
jump.
High jump?
Yeah.
Mom, now see, I'm a DJ. I'm a track coach. I was very successful. I have an All-American daughter. But if I was talking to the mom today, doing the hurdles would scare me with all those skills she got. Doing the hurdles would, if I was a recruiter for you, and I'm trying to get you to go to, what school you said you went? Not Michigan, you said another school.
Michigan.
No, but you said another school.
UConn?
UConn. If I was at UConn and I got my eyes on you and I heard you run the hurdles, I would try to prevent that. Now, I ain't trying to interfere with Lakeview or interfere with your mom, but you understand the reason, don't you? You understand the reason, don't you? You're hurt. And your first skills is basketball. Now, running that sprint be good for you. Just good for your endurance. High jump is good for you. It get your muscle twitches, get you up in the air, get them calves built, and doing some long distance. But you be safe on them hurdles. Okay, I ran the hurdles. Be safe on the hurdles.
I don't think I've ever gotten hurt.
And I won't want you to ever get hurt. Because you look like you could go to the next level. 12, what number again?
13.
13. Where 13 come from?
My birthday is June 13th. And my favorite basketball player is James Harden.
You like James Harden? James Harden one that got everybody wearing them ugly beards. I just want you to know that. James Harden is the reason why all them young boys, including my son, is wearing them long beards.
And Paul George.
Paul George? He was with the Pacers back in the day, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. I didn't really follow him that much, but I knew that. You're not left-handed, are you? Okay, that Harden's left-handed, right?
Yep.
He's real smooth. Real smooth. So, have you been to any of the NBA games?
I've been to one.
Which ones?
It was the Pistons and I forgot the other team.
Okay.
But it was fun.
What is your everyday schedule life during basketball season and when you're not in basketball season? Take me from when you wake up to when you go to sleep. A day with Brazill during basketball season, and then a day with Brazill during a basketball game.
Like,
tell me what time you wake up, tell me what you do.
Like game day besides?
Game day and just a normal day.
Okay.
But it's season time.
Okay, a normal day is wake up at 5:45.
5:45 a.m.
Shower.
That's always good.
Yeah. Like get dressed. Wake my mom up at 6:30.
Okay, Mama, get up. Mama, you need to get up. Go
so
ahead.
she can drive me to the bus stop.
Okay.
Bus comes.
Mama drive you to the bus stop. How far is the bus stop? 2 miles away?
Too long for me to walk.
Is it? I'm just. Is it really? What'd you say?
It's on a busy main road from Watkins. You don't want to get
Is it? I just wanted to know. That's all I'm doing. I'm just asking.
Good for you, Audrey.
So Mama drive you to the bus stop, and she sat there and wait till the bus show up in the car. Everybody else outside.
I gotta give her a 10-minute warning.
But hold on. Is everybody else outside and y'all in the car?
It depends on if it's cold or not, but I'm always in the car.
Okay, that's cool. No, go ahead, keep going. So you there, then you jump on the bus.
Sit next to my best friend. Then, we go pick up a couple other people, get to school, go to the breakfast lines. School start at 7:30.
So you eat your breakfast, you do breakfast thing? Okay, all right.
School start at 7:30. Be in class by 7:29.
Y'all don't have those kind of motivational pep rallies before the game? Y'all do none of that kind of stuff?
No.
Okay, all right.
Classes, lunch, more classes. School gets out at 2:35. Practice starts at 3:15, so I get a little time to socialize. Go downstairs to the locker room at 3. Get dressed. Be on the court by 3:10.
Do y'all still do killers? Is it called killer suicides?
We don't do those. We do those like during practice for free throws.
All right, okay.
Start agilities at 3:15, and then shoot for 5 minutes. Then we do like a little pep talk. We call it a Jesus circle or something like that.
A Jesus circle in the public school system.
Yeah.
That's
and
nice.
We link pinkies.
You lit pinkies?
Link pinkies.
Oh, this like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we talk about like the game or the next game. And then we practice. Practice gets out at 5
Who
or
pick you up?
5:30. I ride home.
Okay.
With my closest teammate. I call her
Okay.
a water buddy because
Water
we
buddy.
mix like water.
Okay.
And then I go home, do homework if I have any, and then take a shower.
And do it all over
I
again.
gotta eat too.
Yeah, gotta eat.
So I eat when I get out my shower, then go to sleep.
So are you allowed to date? Are you dating? Do you have a friend? I saw you looking at your mother. I'm just asking you a question.
Look.
Huh?
She said that she didn't know about me dating.
Oh, so you are dating?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
But like whenever I like somebody, I bring it to her attention. And yeah, that's just how I do.
So you allowed to date?
Yeah.
With Mom's permission.
Yeah, and my dad.
We had two ladies on the show not too long ago about prom. You going to prom? Or it's over now? Did I miss it? Am I behind?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's not yet.
Are you going?
Probably not.
Because?
No, well, I don't want to go with a senior, but like I haven't been asked or anything.
What's up with this guy's not asking?
I don't really want to go if I'm not a junior or a senior because it's really for them.
Oh, it's just for them?
Yeah.
But if a junior or a senior asks you, you could go, right?
Yeah.
Is there ever a time where the girl basketball players get to practice or even have some kind of connection with the boys basketball program? Could you compete with them?
I mean, I always wanted to like practice with the boys. Like I wanted our practices to be mixed together.
Right.
But they've always been like, no, I don't think we should do that.
Is DJ, is she just that far ahead of the girls? Would you say that?
Yeah. You know, Brazil's been playing for a long time. She's had a lot of basketball around her. You know, plus, like I said, her mom's been pushing her, so not everybody has that.
But I'm saying if I went to a game, would she look like a giant among kids?
You could definitely tell the difference. Yeah.
The reason why I'm asking that question is, and these are just trailblazers. Now you're my daughter. I probably wouldn't want you to do this. So, but I'm just being the talk host. So my job is to make people think. Just because I say something, don't mean I support it. Okay? But you know, you're a trailblazer, and I'm watching them doing it all over. Got a girl playing on the football team. Whether I support that or not, they're doing it now. I was just wondering, is there a policy that says a girl cannot try out for a boy basketball team? Is that out there?
I don't know if it's in the state of Michigan. I'm not sure. I don't know what Michigan high school rules are as far as in other sports they can, like say wrestling. A girl can be on the boys' wrestling team.
That seems worse.
You know, but there are girls who are on the boys' wrestling team, and I believe there are girls who play football.
Yeah.
I think Climax had a girl that played football.
Yeah.
So, but as far as basketball,
do you think you can make their team? Honestly,
The boys team?
yes.
I think I would make. I might not start, but I'd be like the sixth man or something.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. She said 6. That's pretty good.
it's confidence.
And of course, I'm not suggesting we even do that. But my point is, when you get to a point where you're not even being challenged, you know. But I think it wouldn't be a bad situation if she had a chance to practice, at least during the summertime with these guys. You know, I just going to make your game better.
I went to their open gyms and stuff.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
What is, if I walked in Lakeview High School and mentioned your name, thank you, and I said Brazill Watkins, what would they say? If I went to your principal, what's your principal name?
We've got a new principal. I don't really know her name.
You have a new principal?
Yeah.
Every grade has a grade principal, is that the problem? I thought the head guy was, no, I'm thinking of superintendent, right? Okay. Well, if I went to you have a grade principal? Okay. Who follows you? I thought when y'all sign up, y'all get a grade principal that follow you through high school.
I think you call them counselors.
Yeah, counselors.
So who's your counselor?
Mr. Patterson.
So if I went to Mr. Patterson and said, Brazill Watkins, what would he say about you?
I mean, me and him don't really talk like that. Like, I only go there when I need to change my scheduling or something. But, I mean, if you was to say something to him, I don't know.
This is the fourth time.
It's about sports.
This is the fourth time I've heard that these unless I don't know the definition of a counselor, my understanding was counselors are supposed to help know the students and kind of know what their career goals are.
Right. Well, if you think about it, Bishop, her path was already kind of laid out.
But still, it doesn't matter. If she want to be an electrician, if she want to be an engineer,
Correct.
she want to be a
Absolutely.
teacher,
Absolutely.
she want to go to UConn.
Right.
I thought somebody in the school was supposed to know that. That's one of the things that we have to be on top of as a counselor, as a parent. They should know who's your counselor. They were called grade principals when you and I were in school. And my grade principal didn't know absolutely nothing, but they were supposed to know. What would your coach say about you?
He would say a lot.
Okay.
He would say that I'm somebody that you want to be around. I'm sweet. I'm not like a self-centered person. I know how to have like a good time. Good at sports. Good in school.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's been a lot of, let's get political for a minute. Just get political. I want you to remain focused on basketball, but once in a while, when you become a person of your status, and if you go to the next level, sometimes your voice is heard better than someone that's not on your level, that's just marketing. So you've been 16?
Huh?
You're 16?
15.
You're 15. When you hear about some of our youth challenges that's taking place, Lakeview School is unfair, or Back Creek Central School is one way. How do you see all of that? How do you view that? Is that not Brazill world, or does that really exist? Is there unfair treatments that you see happen at your school? Maybe so, but not to me, Bishop, Dr. Smith, whatever. What you think? Does that apply to you at all?
Yeah, I've been treated very poorly sometimes at my school.
By other children?
Teachers, students.
By other teachers?
Yeah. But it's something, like, you can't do anything about it. You just gotta, like, deal with it.
You can't do anything about it, so you just got to deal with it. This is what one of our all-stars just told us. You can't do anything about it. You got to deal with it. And what are some of the unfair treatments that happen? And you may want to talk a little louder, because I want everybody to hear what you're saying,
Okay.
at least for the Facebook part. We got you on TV good.
Okay. I've been talked to, like, a different way than the other student has been talked to. And I don't know, like, say a student turns in something late and it would be okay for them, but not okay for me.
Why you think it's not okay with you?
I don't know, maybe they know that person more than me, so they're being more lenient, or it's just the color that I am.
What color are you?
I am brown skin.
I mean, I don't get it. Are you really think they're doing that to you? It's probably because you have red hair.
Yeah,
that's probably what it is. Yeah, I think it's the red ball. I don't think it's the color of your skin.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why.
Wow, it's a reality, DJ.
Yeah.
Deacon, it's a reality.
Yeah.
But I like how you handle it. Some things you just can't do nothing about it. You just continue to work at it. But the day will come. Many people like you, your calling sometimes become great. Sometimes your talent pushes you in positions to become advocate for people.
There's a lot of nice teachers at my school.
Well, good. You should say that, because we had one young man from Lakeview that got on the talk show, and he just blasted everything about the whole school. He came out the block to talk. Well, it was middle school.
Right.
He just came out and just said the worst of the worst and
The
then
middle
goodbye.
school is worse than the high school.
Really?
Yeah.
And you went to the middle school also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You don't feel you get any favorite treatments because of who you are?
It's more so not because of basketball, but because they know who my family is and they know where I come from.
Yeah.
So,
I never had a chance to know your mom, know a little bit of your granddad, but I wouldn't want Lushy to get mad. I think she'll say something. Lushy, if you're watching me, I know you're in Vegas, so we're about 4-hour difference. You know you'll say something. You know you would. You'd be getting mad. All right? Yeah, she'll say something, so I understand that. So let me ask you, time is about to end. You have 2 more years left of school, right?
correct.
Is it your understanding that your education and your skills should give you a full ride? Is that your understanding?
That's what I'm hoping for.
What are the things the community of Battle Creek? Okay, you're doing good. You're not in any trouble. All right, your mom making sure you ain't dating, and I love that part. Okay, I mean I love that part. Okay, so I'm going to support the no dating. I'm 100% with the no dating. Totally.
No, it's not. You know,
I'm just saying I'm totally support the no dating. I'm no because right now.
She said I could.
Well, okay, I'm totally supporting no dating because there's really right now you have some, you don't need distraction. I know people who had game like you They had skills. And then one day, their eyes started getting Google.
I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about?
It happened to some of the people I used to play with.
So since you know that, don't even start the game. You're going to have plenty of time to get Romeo. No one has to agree with me, but I'm telling y'all right now, I need y'all to leave this young lady alone and let her compete with basketball. Back to you. So look. I've seen people, I've known family members, they had game. I mean, they could do the crossover, shoot the jumper, but they fell in love. And they said, forget basketball. So all of you that's on Facebook, if y'all support that she should kind of chill out on this dating thing and just work on the hoop, give me some love. Just hit them hearts. Just throw out some hearts. Just let her know I ain't getting no hearts. Y'all ain't supporting me? Really, Battle Creek? Okay. There go a few hearts. There you go. Thank you.
There we go.
Thank you. That's probably Tiffany, but thank you, Tiffany.
And Denise.
That's her mom?
Joseph.
Oh, that's my mom. Thank you for the hearts, y'all. Because you don't want distraction. You can do all that later. Concentrate on your books. You get good grades. That was a 3-point something. You got a 3-point something GPA. You breaking records. You're breaking your mom records. You know, when you start getting close with boys, things be happening. Right? We don't want that, do we?
No.
We don't want nothing of that. We don't want none of that right now, do we? All right. You on TV live. We're going to remember this conversation, okay? The word here, you going to do that for me? Good. And then we're going to, that's what I'm talking about. So then we're going to watch you graduate, go to the next level, go to UConn, or go to U of M. And then when you're ready to decide, you're going to have the world at your hand. And no one right now is worth coming against a gift. God has given you a gift. You got great parents that have skills. You got great parents and grandparents that taught you so much. But when all that's said and done, you have a special gift. That skills you got, that's still a gift. Everybody can't do what you do. Right, DJ?
That's right.
Everybody can't do what you do. No matter how many times your mom woke you up, how many times she put a ball in your hand. Same way with your mother. That's a gift. Everybody can't just be good. And you're one of those gifted people. And because you're gifted, people have to protect those who love her, like her mom and her father and grandparents and all those that's in her corner. Don't just protect her gift, because her gift is what's going to make room for her. The Bible says your gift make room for you. Your gift, that you have the ability to control your temper, control yourself. One of your referees is saying you have a great attitude. That's a gift, because in reality, we don't hear that anymore. So I want to tell you, I salute you. I'm going to look at you. I'm going to follow you. And I just want you to do everything you can. So, DJ, we got about 5 minutes left, man. Give me a word. We're going to let Brazill give the final word. Then we're going to leave together on the show. Say something to the audience, man.
You know, I think this young lady here has a bright future. Been watching her for years. With her cool, calm, and collectiveness, you know, your attitude, you're a very beautiful young woman. Whatever you do in life, you're going to be successful at it. So when you go to the next level, I'm going to be following you, okay, and I'm going to be cheering you on. If you don't make it to the NBA, whatever you do in life, God's got your back.
And you are not defined by that basketball. That basketball is a gift. You're defined by who you are today. It's who you are today that's going to sell. You're doing all the right stuff. You happen to be a heck of a basketball player, but that's not what defines you. You're defining your moments every day. Say something to your friends. Say something to your peers. Say something to whoever before we dismiss. This is your time to just say whatever. If you got a word of wisdom, your turn. Say something to the camera.
Okay. So, I want to thank my best friend Amelia and my best bud Ryder for pushing me along this basketball season. And I want to thank God for everything that he's been doing for me for these past 2 seasons. And I want to thank my mom. Big thanks to my mom for pushing me for everything that I've accomplished over the past 2 years. And my dads and my grandfather and just everybody who's been supporting me.
Awesome. Listen, y'all, I'm excited about what is going on in this young lady's life. Another Lakeview legacy. Lakeview legacy. High-scoring freshman Brazill Watkins following in her mom's footsteps. One of the articles that I read on her. Listen, y'all. Beautiful song, to me at least. Change is coming every day. Every time you sit down and listen to young people like Brazill, that's a change right there. Everybody ain't in the streets. Everybody ain't being shot up. There's some folks that's doing what they have to do, but our job is to protect them. Our job is to keep them on the straight and narrow so she can fulfill the God-given gift that God gave her. I salute mom, the dads, the grandparents, all those that have helped Brazill be who she is right now, the coaches. I want to thank you all, but please understand, she is a jewel, and as a jewel, you have to protect her. Make sure she's safe. Never exploit her, and I'm for sure mom's going to make sure of that. At the end of the day, you keep loving God, and you keep trusting God, and your success will just get better and better and better. Let's pray. Give me your hand. There you go. Kind Father, we thank you for your love. We thank you for your kindness. We thank you for all that you've done. God, watch over this whole dream, this whole vision of Brazill. And God, I pray now that you continue to do the things that you do. In the name of the Lord Jesus, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Special thanks to all of my ancestors, my mom, who's still with me, love her to death, my grandparents, Edward Smith, Gussie Smith, on my father's side, and my father, the late Hugh Smith, and also on my mom's side, Lil Del Perry Sr. and Ruby Elizabeth. Thank you for the show, and y'all stay focused. Keep doing that which is right. We sign off again at the kitchen table. Goodbye.
AccessVision, your voice, your community.